Hello. Welcome to the Black Mesa stream. I watched Vinny Vinesauce finish the game, so I'm already spoiled on everything. Let's start posting this in Discord. How about that? Let's start posting the stream. There it goes on one Discord channel or one Discord server. Let's post it in one more and then I'll be good to go. There we go. There we go. All right. Welcome to the live stream. We got some Black Mesa to play. We got some Rockstar energy drink that I'm going to be drinking. This is the most caffeine that I will probably ever have in one sitting. I drink caffeine often, but I don't drink a lot of it. I'm not doing a soda review because it's probably going to be nasty. Yeah, it's alright. That's actually not bad. I'm not doing a full soda review on it. Do you know who ate all of the donuts? Hi, Pro Man. How's it going? I think I'm only gonna do the soda review for like weird shit, like stuff you can't get everywhere. Which I was gonna do it for Surge, like a can of Surge, but I realize you can get that pretty much everywhere. And while we're waiting for some more people, I'm gonna do something with my audio. Let's see if I can do a filter. Compressor. Oh, I have a compressor on here already. Really? Huh. Well, now the gain's up, so... There's an ATM in Stardew Valley now? Why? Where you can hold infinite money on your person. Why would you need a I don't know. Okay, we're playing Black Mesa. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it, bros. Interest rates and loans. That's boring. The whole point of Stardew Valley is to put your money, is to invest it and then get money back by farming. I don't know. Or just sit and fish all day. That's what I did in my first save file. And then eventually I'll like metagame farm to the whole for like an entire year. And I have like multiple $100,000 in that game. And I'm like, what do I do with all this? And then I stopped playing after that because I was like, yeah, I think I'm like done. Is this game ever gonna launch? I thought I clicked play. Okay, that's weird. Let's get this switched. Hello, OBS, are you alright? I'm still here, the screen's just black. There we go. Let's load into, we've got hostiles. I think that's 4th chapter in the game. I can check, I'm not going to. So this Rockstar just tastes like liquefied Jelly Bellies. It's not the best, but it's got caffeine and just what I need after the stream. What other screen did I expect? I expected, like, the screen...
For God's sake, open the silo doors! They're coming for us! It's the only way out! Oh my God, we're doomed!
No, he's a dumbass.
Keep your head. Sally forth.
I saved him, though. Come back! Okay.
Sorry, Gordon.
Come with me. Yay. Yay, I saved him. No.
Right away.
No, don't, no. Okay. He's trying so hard. So, let's see where the turrets are at. Nice. Grenades. I'm wasting all this, like, good ammo. Okay, I'm gonna say something potentially controversial about this game. Is that I like the sound of the gun in the original Half-Life better than the sound in this game of the Glock, of, like, the pistol, which was not a Glock in the first Half-Life. I really hate the sounds that this makes. It's just kind of, like, wimpy sounding, if that makes sense. I know there's, like, mods to change it, which I might install for next time when I play it, but... Can I blow that up? Okay, hitboxes, please. Is there anything else in here that I missed? No. Yeah, alright. Now I have to wait for this to close all the way before I can open it again. Oh, here we go. That works. I'm being very safe in this section because I know it's pretty dangerous.
Automatic medical. Morphine.
Alright. Now, what do we got around here? Let's walk on the counter, first of all. Come on, buddy. I mean, the Glock doesn't... I don't know, it doesn't have that feel to it. Especially compared to the pistol in Half-Life 2. I think that's one of my favorite, just... like, first gun that you get in the game. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Just how that gun feels, you know, if that makes any sense. Because you gotta have that feel. I can't climb that. I was expecting this to be like Half-Life 1 where I'd have to climb up this. But nah. Ouch! Okay, Vorigons are ridiculous. Yeesh. This is on normal mode. These dudes take a lot of bullets. If I die to a head crab, I'm fucking uninstalling my entire Steam library. They do so much damage. Fucking shit. I didn't save. Screw you guys, I'm running past. Holy shit. I'm pretty sure I haven't actually like gotten close enough to a Glock to know how it sounds in real life, but I'm pretty sure that's not what it sounds like in real life. I'm gonna turn the... Is the game volume okay? Like, compared to my voice? Because I can turn the game volume down if I need to. Because I know the shooting is loud in this game. Yikes! Oh my lord! Wow! I'm saving. Right there. Oh boy. Yikes. That was a good save. That was the... Oh. Okay. Slurp. Real quick. Oh, I can pick this up. No! This is mine now.
Vital signs critical. Seek medical attention.
Dead. This dude die? Yep. Yep, okay. Yep, okay. Yep, alright. Fuck robots. Whoa. What? Why did I reload? I didn't hit the reload button. Did I die and it just, like, so quickly that it just... Fucking robots. If those scientists have to die, I'm gonna let them. Okay. Good save. Eep. Good save. Wait, where did the scientists go? What? G-Man. Look at him. He's just standing there. Menacingly. Eagle, X-Eagle Gaming, how's it going? Heal?
Please, let's go. This madhouse.
Okay. Heal, please? Do these scientists heal, or is that Half-Life 1 and they don't do it in here? Okay, apparently they don't heal you.
These crab creatures have a unique parasitic strategy. Onward! Lead on, Freeman. Godspeed, I'll stay here.
Hmm. Alien bee gun, the hive hand. I think that's what it's called. I saved him.
Goodness gracious! I do believe he was trying to kill me.
Unique dialogue.
Did you hear that?
No. Grenades. Is there anything, Yep. Yep. Okay. I was doing a joke. I thought it would kill me instantly. And the joke didn't work. What is this? Is this real? Is this live footage? Or is it just painted on texture? It looks like a different... Hold on. This has to be painted on texture, right? Because, oh, the scientist isn't there. What if I'm just curious. Because it always... No, it's not. It's not moving. There would be a compression on it if it was... Well, there might not be compression on it. Also, the worst gun in this game that I think sounds the worst is the machine gun. The gun I'm holding right now. Yeah, it just sounds like garbage. It's just like someone drumming. On a snare drum.
Emergency uranium containment team to Sector D.
Let's not get eaten alive. So tell me, what did everyone do for New Year's? Ah, I thought I would get the gun, but it got the frickin' me. It got the Freeman. Wow, that flashing. That's awful. That is awful. Maybe it's not so bad on stream. No, it's even worse on stream. I like looked at it after I did that.
Attention. This announcement system now under military command.
Do you think they recorded each line individually like they did in the original game and like played them out individually, or do you think that it's actually pre-recorded? Jesus. Ah. How do I pull this off? Yeah, that works. No, it's coming back. Oh, I can just shoot that one. I found a spot this exact spot where the conveyor belt doesn't work. Was I already here? No, I just skipped the whole thing.
I'm the one man who knows everything.
Otis is better than Barney. I disagree, but at the same time, I haven't played Blue Shift, so I can't tell you for a fact. Wow! Give me that.
Power 35%.
I like the infinite sprint in this game. I think I think giving the player infinite sprint in Half-Life 2 would not have taken away from the gameplay at all. Wow! I just ate all of those bullets.
Take me with you. I'm the one man who knows everything.
Look at this dude, he's just running. He's a trooper. Wow.
Power 65%.
Whoa. He's gonna throw a grenade. Yeah, it was a fight. I'm gonna save. Just save scum the game. That's basically every Half-Life game is just hitting the save button, which I'm really hoping Half-Life Alyx has that. Oh, I gotta say something. My Vive no longer functions, so I'm gonna have to get a new VR headset before Half-Life Alyx comes out. If I want to play it, unless I'll have to get a refund. So I'm probably gonna get an Index. If I can't get an Index, I will get a replacement headset, but no controllers and no base station, just a headset, because it's the headset that's broken, nothing else. Which is really bizarre to me. Like, you'd think I would have expected one of the controllers to go bad first. Huh. Yeah, it's sad. It's Shotgun. Wow, what was that ragdoll? Did anyone see that? I've had that thing for 3.5 years, so I'm not too upset that it's gone. I've gotten good use out of it, and it was about time for me to get a new one anyway, like an upgrade, just because it's been kind of getting ratty and gross, just because of the, you know, face sweat, and playing Beat Saber enough so that yeah, this elevator could have been shorter. Or it could have skipped during the loading scene. I'll give that complaint. I'm gonna be using shotgun a lot in this game. Because the shotgun in the Half-Life games... Wow, this music is loud. Is this loud for anyone else? It shouldn't be. I gotta turn it down on my end, though. I'm gonna actually turn it down not completely, but... Audio... Music volume. As good as it is, it's just loud. That's a gunship. I have to explain the shotgun thing in a second because I literally can't hear myself think over all the noise. Whoa! Okay. So I'm trying to explain that the shotguns... One sec. The shotguns in the Half-Life games are pretty accurate to shotguns in real life, which are very good at long range. Like, surprisingly good at long range. Is my... Okay, there we go. I just had to hear my own voice and I couldn't. That's fire. I can't get up this. What is happening? Good. So the shotgun in Half-Life 2 is really actually surprisingly good at long range. And they pretty much just put a reskinned version of the shotgun from Half-Life 2 in this game. Which I'm fine with, because I love that shotgun. I like the sound that this shotgun makes a little tiny bit better than in Half-Life 2. Wow. I have no more shells. Or I have 5 shells. And I keep using on them these shit asses. The point of a shotgun to have a better shot at hitting something at long range. Yeah, exactly. That's part of the reason I hate... Like, I love shotguns that are realistic compared to real life shotguns. But a lot of games like to make them really shit at long range. But Half-Life did a very good job of making them pretty on point. Am I locked? Am I lost? That doesn't open. Which regulations say it should. Okay, so imagine this. In Half-Life Alyx, since you have full control of your arms, you will be able to, like, shoot through glass and then open doors from the other side. Like, by reaching your hand through the glass. Where do I go? Am I seriously, like, soft-locked? Oh, this could have opened the whole time. I kind of want to buy... At some point, I want to buy myself a gun, just, you know, to have. But I don't know what kind I'd get. Maybe a Glock, just because they're cheap.
Well, so much for the government. Their idea of containment is to kill everyone associated with the project. Judging by your habits, I'd say you were part of what went wrong. Isn't that right? Now look, if anyone can end this catastrophe, it's the science team of the Lambda complex at the opposite end of the base. With the transit system up, I couldn't.
I like this.
But there's an old decommissioned rail system somewhere through here beyond the silo complex. If you can make it through the rocket test labs, you might be able to worm your way through the old tunnels to track down whatever is left of the Lambda team. You can trust them. You can trust all of us.
I like that line. This game has a lot of good lines. Like, one of my favorites from... Oh, like, basically all of the dialogue in here, except for, like, some of the Barney dialogue, is recycled from Half-Life 1. And... Not recycled, but, like, recorded by some new guy. And, one of my favorite lines from Half-Life 1 is... shutting down, attempting shutdown. It's not shutting down. That line is so well delivered in the original game, and I don't think it was delivered as well in this game.
Power 90%.
Okay.
Warning. Hazardous.
Yep. Spin kick. Oh, hello there. What do we have here? Lit up vent with dust particles, particulates. Grenades, which I already have full stock. Head crabs in the vent, because why wouldn't there be head crabs in the vent? Ladder down instead of elevator down? What? It's so weird. I mean, more ammo for me. Huh. Just extra ammo, I guess. I'm not gonna take the train. Actually, I'm gonna take the train. Fuck it. Gotta make sure that there's nothing in these boxes that I need. Gotta make sure that this door isn't open slightly. How can real women even keep up when this train is just so good? Okay, let's see if it launches me just like it launched in Half-Life 1. Yup! Yup, it does. Does it launch you in Half-Life 1? I don't remember. Or was it this game? Because I played this game a long time ago. Let's try that again. And maybe I can airstrafe better this time. Yeep. Because I think the airstrafe game in this game is pretty good. My airstrafe game is on point. Yeep. Oh, I almost did it. It's basically the same airstrafing as a TF2, so... I'm gonna... fucking... Let's back this up, and I want to try that again. Oh, I can't back it up. Let's load. No, actually, I'm gonna load.
Vital signs critical.
Okay. Let's do a save right before it launches, because I want to try something stupid. Why was I recommended this? Because it's a good stream, it's fun. Welcome, Lucian Richardson. It's a cozy stream. Okay, I'm gonna save here. Actually, I'm gonna save right here. And see. Oh, I'm so close. I wanna make it onto that catwalk. But I keep hitting the pipe. I can almost make it onto the pipe. Oh! No, I quick saved. You watched my 1-year-old Steven Universe videos a while ago. Oh. Well, I don't make those anymore. I haven't made any videos in a long time. Ah, jeez. I've just been streaming just because it's cozy. I like to do it. And I want to get back into making videos. Not my Steven Universe videos, but something, something better. Which way? That way. That was a satisfying shot. No ammo. Yeah, my streams, it's kind of a weird dynamic because my streams have nothing to do with my, my videos. Other than the occasional time I edit a video on stream. Yep. Oh, he's still alive. Oh, he's still alive. He's very much still alive. This was a triumph. Making a note here. Still alive. I kind of want to replay Portal 2 on stream. There's so many games I want to replay, or like, just play at all. Why do they eat so many bullets for breakfast?
Major lacerations.
Okay, I'm just running and I'm ignoring.
Chemical detected.
Because if I just ignore the enemies and they don't bother me, they try their best, but they won't. Yeah, I want to get back into making YouTube videos so YouTube actually starts paying me. That would probably be pretty nice. Because I have a job. Just having extra money from making videos that I want to make would be even nicer. And I have the time for it, I'm just lazy. I just need to break that habit, which... I don't know, that's not a New Year's resolution because it's too late for that, but... You know, my New Year's resolution as of today is not be lazy. Which is easier said than done, however, it must be done. Here we get to the, what do you call it? The claw dude.
Must fire the rocket engine. Destroy the damn thing before it gets any larger.
Death. Coughs followed by death. Yep. I want to throw a grenade, but it's like right here. Oh. Damn it. That's the one I wanted. Yup. Pro. Extreme Pro 3D. I don't know what that is, but like... I remember the phrase Extreme Pro 3D from something. I don't remember where. Oh, it's my fucking joystick. Logitech Extreme 3D Pro. With an X instead of an E. Extreme. It's not Xtreamey. F. I don't... yeah. You son of a bitch! I'm just gonna not deal with these zombies. Is there a ladder? Yeah, there is. I'm telling you, a lot of these games you can get through, or like Half-Life 2, I know for a fact you can get through like most of it. Like 70% of it without killing anything. Good. Nice. Alright. 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 You alright? Okay, so turn on the fan. Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt. That's my goal. Wrong game, but... Ooh! Whiskers, how's it going? Yikes. Okay. This is a good load. Do you think I can air strafe onto that ladder? Nope. I can do that, though. Help mit was. With girls, because I'm not so good at girls. But I can help a little bit with girls. Good shit. Holy crap. Yep, here we go. Yep, here we go. Get in there. Get in one of these. Oh, it's the top one here. Can't get up there. Oh, I have 5 health, and I'm gonna quick save. So if I die here... I told you if I die to a head crab, I'm deleting something. Most likely my entire Steam library. That's a dead head crab. That's a dead crab. Wow. No. That was close. Yeep. So for whatever reason in this game, head crabs do a crap ton of damage. Unless I had armor like that, which saved me from dying, because I think they do 10 damage if you don't have any armor. Sied Productions, how's it going? I don't understand this room. Like... How do I get past them without dying? I think throw a grenade, equip shotgun, and book it. Yeep.
Minor fracture detected.
That's not good. Yeah.
Hazardous chemical detected.
That was worth it. That was worth not having any more shotgun ammo. I'm a sneak. I'm gonna just sneak. I'm gonna just sneak. I'm gonna just sneak. I'm gonna just sneak. Sneaky boy. Ninja. I am Fortnite ninja. Hey dudes, it's Ninja. Welcome to Fortnite. I don't know who Ninja is. I don't know what he sounds like. I only know what he looks like. Hey dudes, it's Fortnite Ninja. I'm playing some more Fortnite today. And today I'm gonna be playing Fortnite and I'm gonna kill people in Fortnite. So hope you enjoy the video. He doesn't make videos, do it, does he? Hey dudes, it's Fortnite Samurai here. I'm making a Fortnite video. And today I'm gonna be playing Fortnite. Oh, that was actually fucking sick.
I hope no one expects.
Fortnite Samurai here. Today I'm actually trying a different game. I'm playing Black Mesa. And I'm gonna... I don't know what to do because, like... There's no other players, and we can't start until we have 100 players. I'm the only one here. It looks like no one plays this game, so I don't know how to win because there's no other players here. They start you in this train, but you can't leave. You can't thank the train driver because it's an automated train system.
This is my hiding spot. I'm not moving until the situation is drastically improved. Now go away and don't tell anyone I'm here.
No, you son of a bitch. So, when I said I would use the shotgun, I didn't expect to be not having any ammo for it. Wow. Wow, way to teleport onto my head. I expected to have ammo for literally any of the guns I have in the game. It's 2020, you have to execute evil scientist. I am the evil scientist. What do you want? Also, Flemmy, welcome. I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna reload. That's metagaming, I know, but like... What am I talking about? This isn't D&D. I'll play however the fuck I want. I am metagaming. It's a video game. Everyone metagames. Reloading while sprinting up a ladder. I don't think you can sprint while you're on a ladder. But you're right. Reloading on a ladder is freaking whack, however. Make a break for it. Yep, make a break for it. Good. Good. Yep. So I'm wondering, is the thing actually in here? Like, is the, whatever the tentacle, vine creature is it actually in here, or is it, like, in a second thing and this area is just a teleport to, like, a thing on the outside of this map? Let's actually try to find out by looking at the textures really close as they change. So I'm gonna do this. Yep, it is a different area. Huh. Drop a grenade in the hole. Yeah, that doesn't, like, seem to work every time, and it really bothers me. Nope, it doesn't work. So you have to distract him by throwing a grenade elsewhere.
Major fracture detected. Automatic medical systems engaged. Understood. Minor fracture detected.
Okay, Barney.
Rest in peace, little boy.
What? Hold on. Oh, I didn't do the fuel? Is there another door that I missed? Yeah, I think there is. I can't pick these boxes up. Hold on. Excuse me, that was random. Can I sneak? I know this game, like, has a sneak mechanic that's really hidden, and it involves crouch walking. Did I miss the fuel? You didn't know about the hidden sneak mechanic? Well, no one does, because it's not a fucking... They don't call it a sneak mechanic in the game. It's just crouch. Oxy fuel is ready. So let's, like, skip going up that again. Not ready. Why is power not ready? I thought I started it. It's an actual sneak mechanic and no one knows about it. I think it's in Half-Life 2 as well. Not sure. I know, like, crouching and moving really slow just lets you sneak up on enemies, and it's just that easy. Let's try that thing again that I did before. It didn't work. It didn't work.
Levels, the vital signs are dropping. Seek medical attention.
It's better than the one in Skyrim, because Skyrim's was just overpowered. Can't go in there.
Power 50%.
It means in it. If a sneak mechanic is hidden, it means itself is being sneaky. That I like that. Oh, did I fucking... Did I do what I think I did? I think I loaded a save that I did before I activated these. Yeah, that makes sense. I was like, was I missing something? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Because all these enemies are still alive. Huh.
This is my hiding spot.
30%.
Moving until the situation is drastically improved.
Sneaky sneak mechanic. It's literally the sneaky sneak mechanic. Sneaky sneak. I was able to sneak past a few hound eyes, so...
I hope no one expects me to go start the
I already did it, dude. Yeah, you can't sprint up a ladder. Hitting shift key, it doesn't do much, but it does... Wait, hold on. If I... Oh, I can't reload that, because I don't have any ammo for it. I don't have any ammo that I can reload. I guess, like... Damn. I know you can reload on the ladder, so... I am running up it, so... Not quite sprinting. It is the, like... Most ladders have really... Most games have really bad ladder mechanics. I think this one is pretty good. You look up to go up, you look down to go down, you press E to get on and off. And don't hit spacebar, otherwise it fucking breaks. So let's check that texture thing again. Oh. See how the textures change slightly, so it's very subtle, but you are being teleported to a different area. And I want to get achievements, so I'm not going to go in a... What do you call it? See, notice how it, like, knows where I am now? Like, as soon as I started sprinting, it could hear me. Good shit. That actually hurts my eyes a little bit. Nice.
Well, I guess it's true. If it bleeds, you can kill it.
Alright, Barney. Old Barney, I'm leaving. Hold on. Bye, old Barney. It didn't bleed. It... What? How do you pronounce that word? Icor? I don't know if Icor is the right word, but yeah, maybe. Yum. Yup.
Major fracture detected.
I'ma save it. I'ma hit save. I'm gonna own up to my mistake. And not reload. Icor? I think it's ICHOR. Hey Google. How do you spell Icor?
Awkward is spelled A-W-K-W-A-R-D.
No, fucking... How do you spell Icor?
Awkward is spelled I-C-H-O-R.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The thing insects have inside them. Is that Icor? Hey Google. What is the fluid that is inside insects?
Hemolymph. Here's a summary from the website ScienceDirect.com. Hemolymph. Hemolymph is the circulating fluid or blood of insects. It moves through the open circulatory system. To find out more, look for the link in your Google Home or Google Assistant app.
Huh. Ask to spell wood? Hey Google, how do you spell wood?
Wood is spelled W-O-O-D.
How do you spell wood as in would you get that for me?
Wood is in would you get that for me is spelled W-O-O-D-A-S.
No, not the whole sentence, you fucking dumbass. Dumb fucking robot. What you're thinking was a digestive fluid? I think what Google came up with was the correct term. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. That was scary. I don't think Icor was the right one, but eee. That wood and wood is wood and wooled is pronounced the same way, and it's not pronounced wooled. Yeah, it's weird. It's a homophone. Hey Google, define homophone.
Here's the definition of homophone. Each of two or more words having the same pronunciation but different meanings, origins, or spelling.
I ran into that while learning French a little bit. It's not as bad as English where you have like there, and there, which are the same pronunciation, but it's 3 different words. But in French, there are a few things that do that. Okay, this is where it breaks, right? Yep. Head crabs. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't know the second part to that, because I know there is a second part. I don't remember what it was. Let's just pretend that wasn't there for a sec. It's kind of hard to pretend it wasn't there if it's making so much goddamn noise. How many bullets do Vorts take? Quite a few. Like magnum rounds.
Jesus.
I'm only gonna take a little bit because I know that I will need it later.
If you can get the power on, the train.
Lacerations. The ammunition depleted.
Oh, I don't want to read that. I would mess up the pronunciation so bad. Say in a good English one is toy boat. Just say toy boat over and over. I have no ammo for any of these guns. Jesus Christ. I guess it's grenade time. No smoking, open flame, no sparks. Okay. Sounds good to me. No! It wasn't worth it. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. You can type it, you can't say it. I can say it. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. I'm still kind of messing it up, but toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. Okay, I'm gonna do a pro gamer move right here. Yep. Remember when I was complaining about not having enough ammo? Well, now I have ammo. Not for the shotgun, though. Which is the best gun I have so far. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat! Toy boat. Stuff down here? Nah. Ammo. Yup. Eee. Oh, good. Reload. Oh, okay. Why do SMGs have such short barrels? Hey Google, why do SMGs have short barrels? I don't know the answer.
Quora.com, they say, because that completely defeats the point of a bullpup or submachine gun. The reason why these guns have short barrels is due to the fact that they were designed to be handy and compact when compared to other options like a normal rifle.
Pretty reasonable. Oh, they got rid of the leeches in this section. I hated the leeches. Or whatever the... Yeah, it's a compact thing, which is why they're really shit at a long range. Like, I heard about that, where the, I'm gonna own up to it. I'm gonna own up to my mistakes, I'm gonna hit the save button. I also hear that in TF2 you still can't get, like, blood. Like, TF2 in Germany might as well be rated T. Or whatever the PEGI equivalent is. You get blood in TF2? Okay, then it must be recent that they changed it, because I remember being in Germany and you couldn't have blood in TF2. Ew. Just not splatter on the ground, only as a hit marker. Oh, that's lame. So will this take me up another level? Oh. It's not Half-Life 1. Because Half-Life 1, those fans would, they'd take you up all the way. Is there health down here? I gotta find health before I go fight those dudes, so... let's scavenge the area a little bit. Voluntary self-control. Huh. So I think the PEGI thing is UK then. 6, 12, 16, 18. So it... yeah. There is no legal... like, it's the same idea as the ESRB in the US, which I can't remember what it stands for. Entertainment something... something Bureau. Because everything that has a B in it has to be Bureau. Because... which is a French word, oddly enough. That's gonna come down and kill me. No, it's not. Is this gonna kill anyone, or am I just wasting these?
There, right there.
It's meant for stores to self-control, not the customer. Yeah, okay, that's... I read that wrong. So the ESRB is meant for the customer, to control, not stores. Like, GameStop won't sell things like M-rated games to people who are under 17. But if you go to, like, any other game store, you can just fucking just buy shit. Well, I don't actually know, because I don't know anymore. Because, I am 21 now, so I can just buy whatever the hell I want. Without any restrictions. I couldn't tell you. Do I have shotguns? Do I have shotgun ammo? Because I feel like this is just a shitty save. Yeah, this was a shitty save. They changed this year in the United States, so hold on. Fucking okay. So in the United States, to alcohol you have to be 18, or no, you have to be 21 to buy alcohol. And now they just changed it so tobacco it's the same. So 21 the regulations end. In other countries it's kind of weird because all the regulations end at 18. I don't get. The US is weird. Everyone says it's weird. I agree.
Ammunition.
Got him. Got him! Save. Ugh, that took so long. I hate that section. That's the same thing happens to me in Half-Life 1 too. Where you have like the low ground and the soldiers just there. Alright, screw you guys. I'm out. Get some health. You can buy beer at 16. Yeah, I know that. I think I had the opportunity. I don't drink. I've only had like one sip of wine. Like in my life. And, I had the opportunity to get beer or wine when I was on a plane to France, and I just didn't. Like, my parents offered me alcohol a few times. Wow. I think that grunt shot his officer. I have to go up. I've had plenty of opportunities to drink. I even have a bottle of rum in my apartment. It's not mine. And I haven't had any of it. Is this guy gonna leave me alone for like half a second? Yeah, go over there. Yeah, go over there. Yeah, go over there. Yeah, go over there. Oh, I went the wrong way. No, this is all the wrong way. Ooh. Yup. I'm dead as hell. I'm just gonna die and load the save. I had a like a fake beer when I was in Germany. I had this non-alcoholic beer that my cousin said was better than real beer, and I kind of hated it, so... Yep. Mal's beer. That might have been, yeah, that sounds, I guess that's the German term for near, they call it near beer in the US. And yeah, my cousin said it was better. I took a drink of it and I'm like, this is nasty. Who would drink this? So I guess like beer is just not my thing. Okay, I didn't open that before. That's what I did wrong. Pretty cool. So I guess like beer, I'd rather just have a soda. I'd rather just have something non-alcoholic. Yeah, I'd rather just have, like, I tasted some wine. It's not the best, but it's good. I wouldn't drink it regularly, though. Because, like, you know, caffeine, you get a benefit from it. If you drink...
Hey, it's Freeman, right? Hold up a sec. One of your scientist pals said they give you a message. You're supposed to take this old rail system up to some sort of satellite delivery rocket or something. I don't know what it is exactly. The old guy
Bye.
didn't think to stop and tell me.
There's no such thing as good wine. I don't know. The wine I had was pretty alright. It wasn't fantastic. It was just like, I'd rather have a fucking Dr. Pepper, you know? And I've ranked countries with their ability to create soda. And I think the United States makes the best soda, followed by Italy, then Mexico, and then from what I've tried, Germany. I love Spezi. And I still mix it myself because you can't get it here in the US. Yep, that's it. I don't know if it's a name brand, but I'm gonna Google it real quick. Hold on. Yep, that's it. It's not the brand name. I had like an off-brand. It wasn't called Spezi. It was a different brand, but it was really good. And like the closest you can get is just mixing Coke with Fanta. Which, you know, it's all right. River? Mezzomix? I don't remember. I don't have the bottle with me. I kept the bottle. Somehow they let me bring it on the plane on the way home in my carry-on, so yeah. It was just like kind of generic and it was called Cola Mix. I want to look up... I want to look up the brand and see what it was. I'll try to find the bottle. I remember having Spezi itself, but I did not bring the bottle itself back. I brought an off-brand back. From Aldi. I didn't actually go to Aldi when I was there. It was just called Cola Mix. Like, I remember it saying Cola Mix on it. Huh. It must be like really... like a really weird off-brand that I've never seen. Or like that you can only get one place. Yeah, Cola Mix is it? Yeah. Huh. Actually, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna frickin' hit this real quick. I'm gonna see if I do have the bottle with me because I might. I'm not 100% sure though. I know I have a few bottles with me. Give me 1 sec. No, it's not there. Also, I didn't switch this over. It's probably still at my parents' house. I want to Google this. Hold on. I'm like looking at Google Images to see if there's any... No, fucking... Not you. Is that Schwip Schwap? I like that name though. That's a cool name. Do they do plastic bottles all that much in Germany? Because I've only encountered glass bottles. I remember getting it at a restaurant. It was like this little Euro place, like this Greek food restaurant in... You have shitloads of plastic bottles? Okay. Interesting. Because I only really... It was only like 2 years ago, 3 years ago that I was in Germany. Yeah, I don't know. You have Fand. Oh yeah, we've got that too for the plastic. In my state at least, not in every state. It's in Iowa, Maine. Let's see. Container deposit legislation in the United States. California, Connecticut, Hawaii, Iowa, Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan, New York, Oregon, and Vermont have it. And no other states. That's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 states. So only 20%. Sad. You get 5 cents back if you get the bottles. If you bring the bottles back to the grocery store, you do have to put a 5-cent deposit in. But people here recycle anyway, so Yeah. Okay, so you can't actually go down the other way. It's just a straight shot. Backwater savages. That was a weird effect. Alright. They really shortened this, this section of the game. And I'm very happy for that, because this is one of the worst sections of the original Half-Life. The stupid rail section, where you had to, like, go through the maze, that, like, everything looks exactly the same. I don't have any bombs. I do have a lot of shotgun ammo, though. And I like the shotgun in this game.
Power 15%. Hazardous chemical detected.
A double shot didn't kill him. Kind of sad that we won't be seeing much of you anymore. Oh, right, because World War III. And this time, it wasn't Germany that started it. I think it was said that US is one of the hardest countries to invade, however. World War III, be drafted. Fuck that. I feel like it would be a short war. If it were to start... Unless, like, Russia gets involved, it would be a pretty short war. What? Yeah, it's been a long time coming because, like you said, the Cold War has been a thing for, like, decades. But, like, the US doesn't start wars. They just get into them. Because the only war that they started was the Revolutionary War. I didn't get those grenades. I don't have explosives. I got the explosives, but I don't have them now. Okay, now I have them. Now I shall use them. Is that the last one? I believe it was the last one. There's a health pack right there. That's a good noise. Totally not, like, cutting my ear open. Yeah, the US doesn't... They just start interventions that just turn into wars. I guess. I like the history of it, though. There's a lot of tech that has come out of, military, things. Endeavors. Quagmire is the word you're looking for. It's like the Family Guy character. Quagmire. I kind of like that, actually. Why did they do so much damage on normal mode? Why do I not have grenades for my right click? Oh, yes! Please. Okay, let's just toss a grenade. Let's... Good. Good. Good!
Squad, there he is! Open fire!
No, you don't. You gotta come follow me, you little son of a bitch. You little son of a bitch, buddy boy. Yes, we're getting into a serious non-nuclear war with another country that could kind of match its industrial base. I'd like to see how well the military budget is distributed, really. I think the Air Force would just wreck shop. Gotta be tactical. Gotta be tactical. It actually worked. Like, actually not running in and dying instantly worked. I feel like most of the US military budget is actually spent on the Air Force and the Navy, which is... Air Force is, I think, part of the Navy? I think it used to be part of the Navy, but I know the Marines are part of the Navy.
And just when I was starting to feel lonely, I think that the section of the surprise party. Better
I think I got him!
How did I miss that? Modern anti-air measures would do more harm than some desert people with hand-to-air missiles. I kind of partially doubt that a war with Iran would last very long because I don't think their military is very comparable to the US.
Attention.
The US Navy has the second largest air force, so the US has the two biggest air forces in the world. That's kinda hilarious to me.
Power 15%.
I just hope I don't get drafted. That would be fucking boring. Michael Moreno, how's it going? Welcome to the war. The World War III discussion. Like, imminent World War III, potentially.
Ammunition depleted.
Yeeks. Do I have... I do have revolver ammo. Yeah, you did, buddy. Yeah, you hit me. Yep. Yep. Basically the end of the world, potentially. We don't know yet. That's for us to find out. Is there a solder machine? Yeah, there is. There's fucking... Okay, I died to a head crab, but I'm not deleting my YouTube channel, so... I didn't know you got an achievement for dying to a head crab. That's whack. I didn't realize how low health I was on.
Just when I was starting to feel lonely. Sounds like the troops are fixing to throw you a surprise party. Damn.
Yeah, okay, Barney, you're coming with me for once. Because I nearly died without you. Barney, I literally cannot live without you. Hold on.
Come out and fight, you chicken shit bastards! Look alive, Freeman!
Could say the same thing about, I like read that whole thing in chat, and you could say the same thing about Japan in World War II. That the whole, like, traditionalism thing, caused them... Barney, are you gonna shoot back or nah?
Smarts! Ow! My leg! Ow!
Okay, good Barney. Run in, don't shoot a single bullet, and then leave. Alright, I'm a save there. Yeah, it's kind of insane to think that, like, after one of your bigger cities in the country gets nuked, like an entire city just eviscerated in one bomb, you would keep fighting. That's a little insane. All the generals are like, yeah, let's just keep fighting, we could win this. Or just honor and bullshit. And the Emperor's like, yeah, nah, let's not. Let's not keep dying. And then they did get another city bombed. don't like being on this little health. So I'm going to go find some more.
Power 15%.
I don't have the Microsoft Sam voice, which is upsetting.
Power 30%.
Oh, great. First aid. I'm gonna not tactical. Actually, I'm gonna tactical ambush this bull squid while taking many points of damage.
Dropping.
It was worth it. This has turned into an interesting Black Mesa stream where we're suddenly talking about World War II in Japan. And like how can I say that like before Japanese culture was pretty toxic and now it's like equally toxic but in like a different kind of more fucked up way? After World War II, the US basically injected their own government into Japan. If that's a gross oversimplification of the whole thing, but it's pretty close to what happened. $1853. Okay. I'm not sure. I think the I don't know. I don't know why that happened. Where? How do I get back down? I've been like walking in circles, but that's the only thing I can do at the moment. Oh, here's the ladder. Trade. Yeah, the US has always been about like, hey, if you're not gonna make money with us, then we're gonna do something about it. Which is why the US is in the Middle East at all. Why they care at all is because oil. And oil makes a shit ton of money. Even though the US is sitting on the largest oil reserves in the whole world in Alaska. Like, oil that would last for another 300 years, potentially. Kinda weird. Whatever. Did I not go in here? What's him? Oh, okay. Yup.
Blood loss.
The oil play will become drive for non-oil based energy. Yeah, the US has a weird thing where everyone is afraid of nuclear. And like oil is still a massive industry.
Seek medical.
Whoa! I don't think the Chernobyl show on Netflix helped with making nuclear power any more like friendly looking. I think that was bad for the industry in the long run. They did find a good solution for the garbage. They recycle it and they make energy out of it until it's completely depleted. They're like mass recycling it in France. Fukushima was part of an earthquake, right? Like that's the only reason it melted down.
So, who is this guy? Freeman. They say he was at Ground Zero. The science team.
Sorry.
Ammunition depleted.
Yeah. Fukushima, it wasn't a nuclear disaster though. It was fucking a tsunami. It was a nuclear power plant built in the worst, logistically in the worst possible place. You can't recycle irradiated brooms. Yeah, I guess you're right. You can just...
I didn't sign off for this shit. Monsters, hell yeah. But civilians? Who ordered this damn operation anyway?
Okay, 15 health, quick save, here we go. Let's see if I can pull it off. Nope. See you, Flemmy. Oh. Let's try this. Alright. Alright. We're going in shotgun blazing. Nope. I was able to get one. If I crouch... No, I can't load fast enough. If I run... with this one... No, I can't do any damage to them at that point. What if I... Nope. Got him! Got him! Okay. How long have I been streaming? I think I'll launch the rocket and then I'll end off the stream. Sounds like a plan to me, because it's getting late. I don't want to get my neighbors yelling at me.
Satellite launch system activated. 20 seconds remaining.
Saucer pen, how's it going?
15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Launch is go.
Got drafted? Damn. How long were you here? Because we were just talking about the fucking World War III. I don't know if that was a coincidence or you've been here for a long time and you just now started to chat. Alright, I'm gonna save there. That is, end of the stream, I think. Because it's been a couple hours. You literally just got here. We were just having like a fucking half-hour conversation about World War III. So, which I might just do some current event stuff because I uninstalled Reddit, so I don't know the whole. I'm not being what do you call it? I'm not a super up to date on everything because Reddit was my primary news source, and now I have to like go out of my way to look it up myself. So I'm gonna read some news and work on some work stuff, and then yeah. So thanks everyone for coming to the stream. It's been fun. This is a cozy Black Mesa's a cozy game. This is a cozy stream. So yeah. Bye everyone. Next time on Black Mesa, I'll play more Black Mesa.